the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Pleasant evening and a very warm welcome to the national news broadcast of Rupavahini's Channel I. I'm Delanjali Anand. Joining me is Lakshmi Singha. And these are the top stories which have made headlines for tonight. Railway track from Anuradhapura to Omante will be kept closed for 5 months. Alternate arrangements for passenger travels from Anuradhapura to Jaffna. A new plan to sell eggs at 55 rupees. Only a group of people are able to gain access to special wells in Colombo. Patali Champika says electricity charges should not be increased. 27 migrants from several countries, including Sri Lanka, have been arrested by the Romanian police. Strong propensity for an increase in the number of dengue patients. Measures to allocate 2 special days for dengue control. Sri Lankan squad with many changes has been named for the T20 tournament against India. Now for those and other stories in detail. There is an acute danger of an extensive increase in the number of dengue patients island-wide from January next month. According to the Lavi's research, it has been found out that the density of mosquitoes spreading the dengue disease virus has been increased substantially in many parts of the country. In order to control the situation, a 2-day special dengue control program will be conducted on the 30th and 31st of this month. $75,434 suspected dengue patients have been detected in Sri Lanka until the 26th of December of this year. This is more than a 2-fold increase in the number of dengue patients found last year. A rapid increase in the detection of dengue patients has been reported in the past 4 weeks in the whole country. Each day, hospitals have been reporting of between 200 to 300 dengue patients receiving treatment. The Health Ministry says further escalation of patients would lead to a dengue epidemic of uncontrollable proportions. Accordingly, a 2-day special dengue control program will be conducted on the 30th and 31st of this month. On these 2 days, all residents must look into the mosquito breeding places in their residencies and outside and take measures to destroy such places. Heads of institutions must ensure that dengue control programs are being conducted effectively in their workplaces. The new school term is scheduled to commence on the 2nd of January 2023. The Health Ministry has informed to implement special training programs in all school premises of the island prior to this date. The principal and staff of schools, along with the parents of students as well as voluntary organizations, must identify mosquito breeding places and to eradicate the threat of spreading mosquito-borne diseases. The Ministry of Health says the correct guidance of medical officers of health and public health inspectors should be sought at all instances. Specialist Dr. Anand Vijay says people's attention on the dengue disease has declined. Many people have forgotten of the disease due to the emergence of the COVID pandemic for a period of between 2 to 2.5 years. Those who are having fever should take a full blood count after 2 days. It is necessary to receive medical instructions. Only paracetamol should be used for fever. Physical rest is also essential.
The Coconut Cultivation Board says 200 machines have been deployed to control the whitefly disease afflicted to the coconut cultivation. The Ministry of Plantation Industries say further 83 million rupees has been set aside to control the epidemic. Specialist of Coconut Research Institute N.S. Arachige said that the fly sucks juice from the coconut palm. As a result, the leaf turns yellow. Yellow spots are also visible. Black patches could also be witnessed as a result of metabolical mechanism of the whitefly. The whitefly disease is especially prevailing in the coconut cultivations in the Kegalle, Gampaha and Colombo districts. The whitefly has more attraction to the color yellow. Therefore, king coconut and coconut varieties of yellow color are being mostly affected. The Coconut Cultivation Board says there would be a strong impact on the annual income of more than $800 million earned from coconut cultivation. Specialist of Coconut Research Institute N.S. Arachige said that the disease may also prevail in trees such as arecanut and exotic plants. An egg is being sold for the price of 55 rupees with effect from today. 20 lorries have been deployed at several locations in the Colombo city and Gampaha districts for the sale of eggs to the general public. The objective is to sell eggs at a price affordable to the consumer. Minister Mahinda Amaravira has conducted a discussion with several associations of egg producers recently. The new price has been fixed according to an agreement reached at the meeting. Egg sales are being carried out at the Fort Railway Station, at the economic centres in Tematagoda, Slave Island, Dehiwala, Battaramulla, Maharagama, Meegoda and Narahempita, as well as near the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation and other crowded areas like Homagama. The Producers Association has also decided to use lorries for the sale of eggs in towns such as Wattala, Jayala, Ragama, Nigambo, Kiribatgoda, Kadavata and Paliyagoda as well. 400,000 eggs are to be sold. The 20 trucks are transporting the eggs to the main cities from Kuliapitiya. The program is being jointly implemented through the collaboration of the Department of Agriculture, Animal Products Egg Producers Associations and Poultry Businessmen's Association. Minister Mahinda Amaravira has presided over the commencement of the program at the Agrarian Services Centre in Battaramulla. Minister Mahinda Amaravira said that the most important factor is to provide some relief to the masses. This relief has to be provided without paving the way for the collapse of the industry. The consumers will be provided consolation continuously in the sale of eggs and chicken without the meddling of the intermediaries. The minister added that the economic centres will take measures to fulfill the protein requirement of the people under a fair price setup.
Now, the Romanian police has arrested 27 migrants from several countries, including Sri Lanka. They were nabbed while trying to illegally enter Hungary from Romania, hiding in 2 cargo transport trucks. Reports say migrants were hiding in a 2 truck transporting textiles and metal cables. Most of the suspects were between the ages of 21 to 67 years. 11 Sri Lankan and Pakistan migrants between the ages of 21 and 42 years were hiding in a truck carrying metal bars. Foreign media says border police in both countries have focused attention on conducting investigations on the illegal acts.
Meanwhile, Rantetige Nishanka Priyadarshana alias Dubai Sudha was arrested today. He has been accused of engaging in encouraging Sri Lankans to secure foreign employment through illegal channels via social media. He was arrested by the Special Investigation Division of the Foreign Employment Bureau. Dubai Sudha was released on 2 surety bails of 200,000 rupees each when he was produced before the Kaduela Magistrates Court today. Further hearings of the case have been postponed until the 17th of March. Any institute engaged in recruiting a person for foreign employment should have a valid license of the Bureau. Those who are advertising for recruitment should obtain a special permit from the Bureau. The police headquarters say statements by now have been recorded from 84 persons regarding the death of famous businessman Dinesh Shafter.
The Homicide and Organised Crime Investigation Division of the CID is conducting investigations. Statements have been recorded once again yesterday regarding the murder from the wife and the mother-in-law of victim. Shafter, in critical condition, was found inside a motor vehicle at the Borella Cemetery around 3:30 p.m. on the 15th of this month. He was found dead upon admission to the Colombo National Hospital. The Police Media Division says numerous information have been reported in the media regarding the death. It further points out that unsubstantiated information could become beneficial to the suspects and harmful to the party of the victim.
There are special types of wells in Dias Place Gunasinghapura Fort which are nearly 150 years old. People from all walks of life arriving in Colombo use these wells for bathing. Dr. Vasanta Pereira is a person who has compiled information on these wells. He points out that many sanitation facilities exist due to using of the wells by those who are residing in lodgings. However, many persons are unaware on the facilities of these bathing wells. These wells are located at the Colombo Central Bus Stand, Bastian Mawatha Bus Stand and the Gunasinghapura Bus Stand. Many people have expressed their views regarding obtaining services of these wells. Due to the ignorance of the people, the wells could not be maintained properly. Shifting of main economic centers in Colombo to other places has also obstructed the services provided by the wells. The wells provide services for a minimum cost, but it gives additional services as well. Belongings of the users are being secured while they are bathing. These are wells which extend services without any bias, and they quench the travel fatigue of those who are coming to Colombo from outstations. The President has instructed Nuwara District Secretary and the Commissioner to immediately provide necessary facilities for the development of the Ambevela farm and to acquire an extent of 30 acres of abandoned land near the Ambevela farm for development purposes.
They have also been informed to maintain the acquired land as a location for grazing for the milk cows and also for procurement of other animals. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has given these instructions at the occasion of engaging in an observation tour at the new unit of the United Dairies Lanka Limited Ambevela, which is owned by the Ambevela Farm Collective yesterday. The President has appreciated the gradual progress in the milk production sector of the Ambevela farm and added that this development has set an example to other farms as well. The President has also instructed to open the farm for research activities for university students. General Manager of the Ambevela Farm Collective, Sarat Bandar, said the farm is one of the major centers in South Asia where highest technology is being utilized for milk production. The United Dairies Lanka Limited Ambevela currently has in its possession around 1,000 milk cows which provide milk daily. The farm is releasing 40,000 litres of liquid milk to the market. All activities pertaining to milk production are being automated and carried out through machinery. Around 1,000 indirect job opportunities have been created in provision of feed for the milk cows. The entire harvest of maize farmers are being provided to the Ambevela farm. The government has planned to commence renovations in the portion of railway track from Anuradhapura to Omanthe in the northern line from next month until accordingly the railway line from Anuradhapura to Omanthe will be kept closed for a period of 5 months starting from the 5th of next month.
The Anuradhapura-Omanthe railway track is around 100 years old. It has not been repaired for a long time. As a result, part of the track remains in dilapidated condition. As a result, engine drivers are unable to maintain speed limits. The railway track reconstruction tract has been offered to the Ircon Company of India. A sum of 33 billion rupees will be spent under the credit line. The track will be modernized to facilitate a maximum travelling speed of 120 kilometers per hour. General Manager of the Department of Sri Lanka Railways, W.A.S. Gunasinghe, has said that the new renovations would pave the way to reduce the time to travel from Colombo to Jaffna by nearly 1 hour. He also said that after the reconstruction, a tremendous boost will be made for the transportation of goods by train from the north to Colombo. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says during the period the Anuradhapura-Omanthe railway track is being kept closed, necessary transportation facilities have been arranged for the passengers to travel from Anuradhapura to Jaffna.
Minister Kehali Ramukala says drug problem in the country will be resolved within the next few months. The minister participating in a media briefing said the Indian credit line ended on the 30th of November. However, it was extended till the 31st of December. The remaining period will be used to import the remaining drugs. Tenders will be called to purchase 180 types of more drugs. He said that he has met the Indian High Commissioner personally and sought permission to purchase more drugs.
සූචින කරපුවොත් 35ක් ඩොලර් මිලියන ලබලා දුන්නා. කියන්නේ ඩොලර් මිලියන 40ක් 50ක් අපි ගාවට.
Opposition leader Sajid Premadasa has donated a school bus to the Dharmaraja National School in Piliyandala today. It was handed over under the Sakula program being conducted by the Office of the Opposition Leader. This was the 52nd bus donated to schools under the program.
Now, the government of Japan, through the offices of the International Labour Organization, Colombo, are conducting a program to train female gantry train operators in Colombo port. Japanese ambassador in Sri Lanka, Mizukoshi Hideki, Minister Nimasripala De Silva and ILO Country Director Madam Simran Singh have attended the inauguration ceremony of the program at the Mahapula Authority. Sri Lanka is the only place in South Asia where female gantry crane operators are being trained. The Japanese government is providing funds for the training program. It has been pointed out that trained female crane operators are able to secure employment opportunities anywhere in the world. We'll be back with more news from home after this break.
Welcome back as we take a look at news from overseas. Russia has banned oil sales to countries and companies that comply with the price cap agreed by Western nations earlier this month. The price cap, which was agreed by the G7 group of nations, Australia and the EU, came into force on the 5th of December. The cap prohibits countries from paying more than $60 per barrel of Russian oil. Russia has now said its oil and oil products will not be sold to anyone imposing the price cap. The presidential decree said the ban would take effect for 5 months from the 1st of February until the 1st of July. The decree also said Russian President Vladimir Putin could give special permission to supply to countries that fall under the ban. The G7 group of major economies first put forward the idea of a price cap in September in order to stop Moscow from using oil revenue to finance the war in Ukraine. Although Western demand for Russian oil fell after the invasion, Russian revenue remained high due to a price spike and demand elsewhere, including from India and China.
Now, the death toll in the New York city of Buffalo has risen to 28, with thousands still without power amid a monster winter storm that has battered North America. Across the U.S., at least 62 people have died in weather-related incidents in Buffalo. A state official said that military police are being brought in to help manage traffic in the city, where a driving ban remains in place. Looting has been reported in parts of the city during the emergency. The winter storm has also forced the cancellation of thousands of flights, including about 4,800 on Tuesday morning alone. Thousands of passengers have been left stranded at airports across the country. Conditions are now expected to improve with very little snowfall on Tuesday and slightly warmer weather on the way. At a news conference on Tuesday, officials in New York's Erie County, which includes Buffalo, said that the death toll is expected to rise as search and rescue operations continue. The 28 confirmed dead were all in Buffalo.
Apple and Tesla stocks have tumbled over growing concerns about delays in their production lines in China. Apple shares hit their lowest point since June 2021. Tesla stock has dropped 73% from a record high in November 2021. Companies have struggled to keep production going in China due to COVID restrictions and weeks of lockdowns. Now they're facing a staffing crunch as China battles a COVID wave after lifting years of restrictions. China announced that it will lift its strict quarantine rules for travelers on the 8th of January, a positive sign for many investors who are seeing an ease in supply chain movement in 2023. However, global investors are also being cautious ahead of additional interest rate hikes, a global economic slowdown, and the ongoing war in Ukraine. Given the spike in COVID cases in key manufacturing hubs, analysts say production will take time to ramp up once again.
Prima Katumi Fantamai.
Now, the Sri Lanka squad for the T20 and One-Day International Cricket Tournament against India has been named. 20 players are included in the squad and they are headed by Dasan Shanaka.
Vice captain of the one-day team is Kusal Mendes and vice captain of the T20 team is Wanidu Hasaranga. Highest scorer of the recently concluded Lanka Premier League tournament, Avishka Fernando and Sadira Samaravikrama, have also been included in the T20 pool. Shamika Karunaratne, who was removed from the tournament against Afghanistan, has also been included in the squad. Middle-order batsman Nuanidu Fernando has also been recalled. Injured players Dilshan Madhushankar and Pramod Madhushan are the other players who have been included in the Sri Lankan squad. Young cricketer Dunitwe Lalage has been included in both the one-day and T20 tournaments. However, Dhananjay Lakshan and Asita Fernando have been deprived of a place in the one-day squad. The other players who were included in the T20 squad were Banuka Rajapaksa and Duan Tushara. Jeffrey Van de Sey has been named only for the one-day tournament. In addition, the one-day reserve is also being filled with Pathum Nisanka, Charit Asalanka, Dhananjay De Silva, Ashen Bandara, Mahesh Dikshana, Kasun Rajita and Lahiro Kumara. Meanwhile, the Indian squad for the T20 and one-day cricket series against the visiting Sri Lankan team has also been named. Numerous opinions have already been surfaced regarding non-inclusion of the names of frontline Indian players such as Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma in the T20 tournament. Sri Lanka is scheduled to compete against India in 3 T20 matches and 3 one-day internationals. The Indian T20 team will be led by all-rounder Hardik Pandya. Experienced opening batsman Shikhar Dhawan has also been included in the one-day squad. Rohit Sharma has been deprived of the opportunity to enter the T20 tournament as a result of injuries sustained in the recent Bangladesh one-day tournament. However, Rohit Sharma will captain the one-day tournament against Sri Lanka. A noticeable feature has been the removal of Virat Kohli and KL Rahul from the T20 squads. However, both of these injured players are also included in the one-day tournament. Injured players Ravindra Jadeja and Jasprit Bumrah have also not been included in the tournament. The first of the T20 match between Sri Lanka and India will be played in Mumbai on the 3rd of next month.
Prima Katumi Fantamai.
And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at 8:50 p.m. for the very latest on Channel I. I'm Vilanjali, together with Lakshita, signing off.
Good night.